Holy shit, it's KK.
Hello, Internet. You're listening to the In Your House comedy podcast with the Babyface and his fellow funny friend. Now hold on to your butts. Keep your arms and legs inside the podcast at all times. Prepare to have an autographical orgasm in 3, 2, 1.
Damn.
Ho, ho, ho. You are all ho, ho, hoes.
All aboard the ho 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 train.
That's better.
Very
That's
good.
better.
Yeah.
That's better. This is
Not
In
like
Your House.
Not like we're comedians or anything.
This is the In Your House comedian podcast, the show where I sit down with some of my fellow funny friends from around the comedy circuit and talk about all different random things. But today we're talking about the thing that I'm normally forced not to talk about. We're talking about wrestling boys. Not wrestling boys, we're talking about wrestling boys.
Yeah, you've been
Wow.
told about that other one.
Wow, you nearly saw a black man go white there. Flipping.
I could imagine Santa Claus being into that. Listen, Santa Claus, the rest of the year when he works one day a year, the rest of the year he's definitely on that island.
Well, lest we forget, Bill Goldberg has played Santa Claus, and The Big Show has played a guy dressed up as Santa Claus.
Yeah.
When did it wasn't he a murderer? Goldberg was a murdering Santa.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Was it? I can't remember what it was called now. Yeah, I can't remember the name of the actual movie, annoyingly. I just
Murder
remember
Santa.
seeing it. It actually looks like quite a good film. I'd quite like to see it, but I don't know if it's on anywhere. That's the end of my Christmas wrestling crossover knowledge.
I remember the big show in the one that he was in, Jingle All the Way.
Yeah.
There's gotta be
Actually,
more.
Hulk Hogan, Santa with muscles.
Santa with muscles.
3. It's 3.
Either sounds like a terrible 90s film or an equally terrible porno.
Yeah.
Or a really niche seafood restaurant that only operates in Lapland.
Katie Claus's favourite seafood restaurant.
Oh my, what a delicious array of mussels you have. Do you have any other food? No, just mussels.
Just mussels. Santa likes mussels. Eat your vitamins. Say your prayers. You'll get big mussels.
Exactly.
And on a Tuesday, it's all you can eat. And I eat all the mussels. Yes, my friends.
Yes. I really want him to keep this on for the full thing. I hope he gets fucking red hot in that.
Keep what on this? This is just what Katie Claus looks like.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks that my name's Santa Claus. Everyone thinks that it's Santa Claus. Santa is a title. People need to understand this. Santa is a title. It's a job title. I have worked to get to the point of Santa.
Well, it's obviously a derivative of Saint, isn't it? Like Santa Monica is, of course, Saint Monica. So, you know, and like KD Claus just delivers weed for all the the moderately good boys and girls.
Yeah. I'm like a chav's dream. I'm like the dream of what a chav strives to be because I only have to work like one day a year. And I got like a swanky ass tracksuit too.
Nice.
Just, as you said, delivering.
Made of red velour. And your suit has juicy on the ass.
They never see that, but it sure does. I wore
Despite
green
the
one
fact
year, and of course
you
the
have
whole panic.
no buttocks. Weird.
God.
Do have washboard butt. I do indeed.
Dear me.
And I'm going to get onto wrestling questions as well then now.
Yeah, cheers.
And not the one I was going to ask then, because that would be highly inappropriate, especially for Santa to ask.
Okay.
You know, think about bums. That was all.
Oh,
Load up. Oh,
yeah.
did any of you guys see Hook's debut?
it's
No.
fine. Don't introduce us or anything, KD Claus.
Yeah.
Let's just
randoms.
let's just
I
fucking
don't
go
want
in
to know.
dry, shall we?
Oh, I just realised I took you name bars off as well. My bad. Let me figure out how to put them on.
There's
Why don't you
KD
introduce
clause.
yourselves?
There's KD
Well,
clause even worse than that KD Hinken as a host. And he's shite.
There it is. Oh, now the thing's in the way though, isn't it?
Oh,
What's
gosh. This
going on?
professional setup is just so good.
That's just so bad. I mean, so good. Yeah, we'll go good. Go introduce yourself then anyway.
You first, Callum.
Okay. Well, I am Callum Jarvis-Jones. And obviously I do the comedy, as KD Claus said. However, I also am a wrestling commentator where I just go by the name of Jarvis-Jones because I'm keeping it on brand, but not fully on brand.
Like a hairline.
Wow. Fucking hell, KD Claus is quicker than KD Hinken as well. Jesus, whoa. You should go into comedy. You're better than KD.
Well, I have got him chained up at the moment in a bathroom, and I'm deciding it was going to be a Christmas takeover, but I might just take over for a while. I might keep him locked up there. I've already bought him a new chain that I'm wrapping up. I'm going to give him that for Christmas. So
2022, the year of KD Claus. That's what I say. He's the next. He'll win the Midlands Comedy Award.
How could he not?
Not like Hinken.
No, and if he doesn't win, they'll get coal or some equivalent of coal type substance.
They'll just get marijuana residue. Nah.
Well, that's quite good. Yeah, marijuana residue. That's quite a good thing to get.
Oh,
I'm trying to think of the eco-friendly version of coal. What would that be? Like
sunlight. Wind.
Burnt toast.
Yes, but charcoal.
What's that stuff called? The really sweet stuff. There was a flooding of it the one time, a tidal wave. It begins with an M. It'll come to me as we go. It'll come to me.
What the fuck are you about?
Molluscus.
Mollusks.
Mollusks.
We're back on the fucking muscles again, aren't we?
Mollusks, something like that. There was a flood of mollusks in the one in Chicago or something like that.
Okay.
Anyway, we're also joined by Mr. Daniel Inniss.
Hi, I am Daniel Inniss, comedian, promoter, all-round raconteur, but wrestling fan and aficionado.
What's a raconteur? Does that mean you're like a pimp?
Fucking hell.
Oh my goodness.
Don't ask that to him.
Yeah. Don't stereotype the black man.
I mean, he is, but like, don't say it.
Yeah.
A storyteller, KD. A storyteller.
Oh, okay. That's what that is.
Yeah, a raconteur.
Oh, okay. I generally didn't know that.
So if you ever heard Jack White's band, the Raconteurs, you were just like, so they're all pimps then? Weird.
KD, not to be mixed up with racketeering.
That's what I was thinking of.
I had a feeling that's what you might be thinking. Yeah.
The problem is KD thinks racketeering is having tennis rackets for earrings. That was shit. That was absolutely shit.
It was all right, Callum. It was all right.
No, revoke my comedy license after that one. Terrible.
Oh,
if it was golf, I would only give it a 4.
You're mixing golf and Strictly Come Dancing there. Very topical.
I gave myself a sporting joke for Christmas last year.
Well done. We've managed to make it 10 minutes in. Well done us with about 0 wrestling talk.
What part, if you were going to fast forward to 10 minutes in or fast forward 10 minutes into any AEW show or segment, what part would you fast forward through?
Oh,
see that segue that I did there.
Nice.
I'm not just a pretty face.
You see, I wouldn't skip through the first 10 minutes of an AEW show because they're probably going to have Punk or MJF. So,
or Taz.
I do enjoy Taz.
He's still good on the stick. He's still good on the stick.
Yeah, he is indeed.
He's just not. If you ever listen to him on any of the shows that are Dynamite, he's not particularly great as a commentator when he can't be bothered.
Oh no, he's great on I think it's Rampage. He's just having such a
Yeah.
laugh on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just taking the piss out of everyone. It's how I like feel when I'm watching like Elevation. I don't know what it's like on Elevation, but it's how everyone feels watching that.
Yeah. I mean,
But I guess with Taz though, he's going to be doing a lot more because obviously Jim Ross is still unwell, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Also, oh look at that! Oh, what a change!
nice.
Change up.
Nice.
Now you can see all our names. Well done.
Looks sexy, doesn't it?
For once, I don't have the longest bar on here.
Yeah.
Isn't that a porn reference? I haven't got the longest bar on here.
I mean, in that context, it'd also definitely be accurate as well. To go back to the original question, I think I'd probably just skip somewhere in the middle. But the problem is, it's not like you could say I'd skip a match because no match on AEW Dynamite lasts less than 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
They're all about 25 minutes long, and I just get a bit bored with them sometimes.
Yeah, every match has to be amazing.
Yeah.
Apart from the women's matches, they're really short, but they're not amazing anyway.
Actually, yeah, I'd probably skip most of the women's matches unless it had Serena Deeb or Thunder Rosa in it.
I actually think I would skip most of the interviews by Tony Schiavone.
He's not very good, is he?
No, I don't think he's very good. And most of his interviews get interrupted anyway. I've never, apart from the interviews he does with Britt Baker, they all seem to get interrupted. And he's actually taken the odd super kick as well. So,
I've seen a little kid take that. I can't think what that was. I think there was some kid asking for it for his birthday, wasn't it, or something?
Yeah, like a 8-year-old.
Yeah, double super kick party thingy.
Yeah, the Young Bucks super kicked a kid. And Jim Cornette was about as happy as you could imagine he was at the thought.
Oh yeah, blew a gasket. He went crazy.
Who actually delivers the best super kick then in all of wrestling?
It's got to be Shawn Michaels.
Even back at even from Shawn Michaels time right to the present.
Yeah, I'd say Shawn Michaels because there's always just something believable about it.
Exactly.
Like,
he's the one who got it over.
Yeah, you couldn't really like see the leg slap. It was just, I'd always say Shawn Michaels.
I was very late realizing that the leg slap was even a thing. Like it wasn't until they really started pointing it out on, I think WWE, or something made a point of it on something, and then it got talked about more. It might have been when they put the finger saying no leg slaps in the back, but either way, it wasn't until then that I really, started seeing it. Like now I can't. Yeah, you could just see it constantly.
I mean, Dolph Ziggler delivers a decent one, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He is very good at it. See, I noticed leg slaps when I saw my first independent wrestling show. Just because I was like, oh my god, because that was the first ever show, that first wrestling show that I'd ever been to. So I was just watching so intently. Yeah. And this wasn't all that long ago. This was probably 2013, I think. And I was just watching so intently, and I was like, hang on. They're slapping their legs.
Oh my!
Oh no!
God.
Oh no! My
Wrestling's not real.
Obviously, I was aware it wasn't real, but I don't know what I thought made the noise.
Yeah,
but that was the first time that I ever noticed it like properly happening. And I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense.
I don't remember Shawn Michaels one ever making much of like a proper. I don't think so.
No,
there was some now and again, but I think that's what made them look better. Was that it was only every now and again he'd maybe do it to make it like seem more impactful.
I think also, I think also Shawn Michaels he showed the flexibility of his super kick when he used to super kick Diesel, and that's no mean feat, is it? It's near enough 7 foot tall.
Yeah, he just used to do blind all the time, didn't he? So he just going in blind.
Yeah,
just
kicking into the air.
Yeah.
It's better than Kofi Kingston's kick. I hate the Trouble in Paradise. That's a part of
it's not a believable finisher, is it?
If he did a proper real capoeira kick, then it could look quite good. but he doesn't do a capoeira kick. He does like some weird flippy dip thing, and you can totally see when it's going to miss. You know, he does a completely different thing.
Yeah,
completely
but
different. I hate it when wrestlers do that.
I'm guessing you weren't watching when he booted Miz's face in that one time on Raw.
I can't remember.
I vividly remember that because I was watching it properly, and yeah, he jumped, he did the kick too close to the ropes, so the Miz had just bounced and it was just there, and yeah, just boom, and you saw a tooth fall out. Oh, he got
saying
him.
Saying that there's usually an orderly cue to kick Miz in the face, isn't there? So it's like
I'm one of those people that appreciates the Miz.
Yeah, I think his comeback is it's a little bit underwhelming, isn't it?
Yeah.
What, this time he's just come back now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, fighting Edge, and Edge is normally just fighting. You know, the main thing Edge is normally fighting against is trying to keep that vein in his forehead.
Oh gosh. I've loved the fact that Edge had actually mentioned how Miz didn't even come back to help his mate John Morrison from getting the old tic tac.
Well, they got into trouble for them, didn't they?
Yeah.
And Liv Morgan.
Yeah.
What were you saying a second ago, Callum?
What was I saying? Oh, they missed the boat with the Miz. Like he had there was that period where he was on fire, where Daniel Bryan was the GM, and he just eviscerated him. Like that was the time to put a big title on him again.
Yeah,
and like when they did, it was just a bit of a
that's very true.
Too much.
Yeah, they didn't pick the right time to put the title back on. I didn't mind at all though. I just didn't want Lashley to lose it, but I saw it happening because of the whole Goldberg thing. But I don't know why they then. No, that was Drew on it.
Yeah. Yeah, he cashed in on Drew, and then Lashley beat him in like 20 seconds on Raw or whatever.
But he even got a mention, didn't he, on AEW? Did the Miz via CM Punk?
Yeah,
when CM Punk was belittling MJF.
He's the less famous Miz.
Yeah.
It was a good comparison, though.
That was a good line.
It was a very good line, a very good comparison as well.
And Edge using it as well, like, using it again, like saying about putting the Miz over, saying, you're so good, other people on other shows have to say your name to get some cheap heat.
Yeah.
Like, well done.
I was thinking of this when I saw a wonderful little promo video that Katie Hinken had made for an upcoming show. So obviously sometimes as comedians we get, we're privileged to have some kind of walk-on theme. Like that's when you know you've made it. If you could choose any wrestler's theme to have as a walk-on theme, and you can do like a full entrance to it, what would you choose?
Great question.
Oh, that's a hard question.
I think I can answer it quite easily. It would be the Nation of Domination. Love that. Absolutely love that beat and love the kind of tone of it. I think you could walk on and it would just like get everyone up and at them. Yeah, the Nation of Domination.
You'd have to look quite menacing when you came on stage with that.
Well,
that's it, Dan. You're too nice. You're too nice for the Nation of Domination one. Like
you can keep it going for a little bit until you talk. As soon as you talk, like it will go away. The smile will come out. Yeah. But until that moment,
That's it. It could be a nice little thing of like, oh my God, we're going to get some kind of Black Panther style comedy here. And then you're just like, hey. It's lovely friendly Dan. It's lovely friendly Dan. He's not going to rip my head off.
Then you could also rip their heads off to make it, even more crazy.
That's how you finish.
And good night.
Yeah.
Funny enough, ripping someone's head off is the same way that Ed Kemper finishes.
Fuck's sake. Listen, we're not on your fucking murderer podcast now, all right? We're just talking about the perfectly normal world of wrestling. Not
Chris Benoit.
Oh, is that whose music you'd come out to?
God.
I gotta say though, the one I can't remember who did it, but the one of his that ad lyrics, that's still a fucking jam. Is that I can still listen to that song?
Yeah.
Who was that, Callum?
Chris Benoit's one. There's no holding me back. I'm not driven by fear. I'm just. But yeah, you couldn't walk out to it just because, in case anybody knew. Same way that you can't walk out to a Lost Prophets song anymore. You know,
God.
they're all tainted, aren't they?
Yeah.
Despite being a banger, you're like, oh, can't really.
Yeah.
I think I'd pick. Sorry, I think I picked the Roman Reigns song to come out to. I was just thinking the whole time.
Which one? Really?
The new one or the old one?
The new one?
Yeah, the new one. I think the new one's all right. I think it's I like it.
Yeah, I think it's in the same style as the Usos one too. I like that before. And when you actually listen to the new Roman Reigns song, you can hear the odd like tone of the old song in there.
Yeah,
it's like a doo-dum that's in there still. It's cool. I like it.
Yeah. I think you still have to go a long way to beat some of the classics. I mean, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Breaking Glass.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. It just gets the hairs on the back of your neck going, doesn't it?
The one that always got me was literally as soon as you'd hear the Undertaker's gong.
Yeah.
That even if I watch, like, I've got a few WrestleManias up on my DVD shelf.
Yeah.
Just put that in and just watch a match and just the gong and I just feel it, the cold shiver on the back of my neck. I'm like, yes.
Which era of Taker?
Oh, for the music.
Oh, both.
Well, for the music,
both of you.
The Ministry of Darkness one was a good one.
Yeah,
but the one that was basically from WrestleMania 23 say onwards, just the back to basics one. Is probably the one that gets me hyped. But my walk on theme would actually be Cody Rhodes' song Kingdom. But it'd be without the beginning bit, like
I thought that goes on a bit too long, doesn't it?
Yeah,
a little bit, yeah.
A
little bit.
But just literally starting out from the that, because I'd just be able to, because obviously Dan's seen me on stage. What I do is like hype the people up, like, come on. So just being able to do that for 3 minutes, just be like, come the fuck on. This is my kingdom. You're gonna listen to my fucking quiz.
Okay, paradoxically, then, who's got the worst walk-on music, past, present?
Oh God!
I mean, there's quite a few different ones out there, isn't there? Like when you said that, the one that came instantly to my mind was Right to Censor.
Oh, it's bad, but it worked.
Right to Censor is just
warning.
Yeah, I could probably find it and put it on.
Yeah,
it was bad, but it made sense for them, so I think that's all right. I can't say that I like Dewdrops music.
I can't even remember what that is. That's just
exactly. It's just who else had really bad? I didn't used to like Mankind's when it was like the weird dark broody one.
Yeah,
I didn't like that. I preferred the car crash one.
Yeah,
that was a good one. That's a shit.
Who had some really bad ones?
Oh, is it? Here we go.
Oh yeah.
Can you hear anything? Because I can't.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's flicking on I hear anything. Oh, I know why it is.
Yeah, it's all right. You don't need to play anymore. It's fine. It's fine. Actually, it's just seeing that the thing there. One, I can always go back and watch the Limp Bizkit My Way promo for WrestleMania 17. That's another one, like 4 minutes long. I made the lady who I'm dating, I made her watch that one time. I was like, just watch this. If you're not impressed by this, I think I'll impress you. She's like, all right.
If you're not impressed by this, we're finished.
We're done. She wasn't impressed, and now we're done.
I was once with a lady girl that was into
A lady girl, like a lady boy.
a lady girl.
But one who's doubled up. Like, I'm twice the woman. I'm a lady girl.
So good you named her twice.
She was into wrestling, so it was like double, you know, it was like a dude that's into wrestling that's also got a vagina that you can bang, you know, it's best of both worlds.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Literally, it's fun.
Yes. Anyway, bad wrestling themes. Yeah.
Then watch people wrestle.
I did.
Then wrestle yourselves. Then watch wrestling.
I really didn't like it when like all the pay-per-views and WrestleManias started moving to just being like pop songs as their music. You know, how My Way was for WrestleMania 17.
Yeah.
And like you'd have like Saliva and POD and whatever. And then whenever I think we like WrestleMania 27 and stuff, and it was like, we're gonna get Flo Rida to do the song.
Yeah.
It's like,
Didn't you go into a Hall of Fame or something?
Who?
Flo Rida into celebrity. I'm assuming it'd be the celebrity one.
Okay, I can see
Not
that.
sure. Yeah.
Maybe.
You got like Trump in there. You got like Schwarzenegger in there.
I mean, to be fair, he's probably done more. No, maybe not more than Trump. Trump appeared a few times. Schwarzenegger only appeared once.
Yeah, Trump took a stunner from Stone Cold, to be fair.
Yeah.
And
Flo Rida's appeared at least 3 times I can think of.
Hasn't Mike Tyson done 2?
No,
he's one. I should have done more than 2 because he was at WrestleMania. Well, he were on loads, obviously.
Yeah.
Before WrestleMania 14.
He was on loads.
Yeah. One angle, like when he was on a few times, but I think he only did the one. Other than that, he's been in AEW.
Was that the one that he did with Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Yeah.
He definitely came back, not WrestleMania, but he definitely came back when he was bald, when they were doing a thing like the Raw
DX
GMs.
Because I thought he did some. Yeah, I thought he did something with Shawn Michaels as well.
Yeah.
When they had the clip.
Yeah, I think it was when they had like the the old man DX going on.
Yeah, DX.
Yeah, but with the COO and the Born Again Christian, because that's a rebel group, naturally. Everything about that says rebel to me.
Yeah. Suck our fiscal policy.
That's an absolutely brilliant, seamless link to arguably the most useless person, and I don't know why she's actually in AEW, Rebel.
Oh, that's not fair.
That's not very nice.
Rebel.
Yeah.
Come on.
She definitely
that's the cutest face ever, first of all.
She's also, like, if you follow her on Instagram, I'm pretty certain she's a hardline Christian, so that's dodgy.
Oh, okay, I'm not.
Oh, she is, and she's all right then. She is all right then. She's good. I like her. Rebel, stay in AEW. You did a great job.
That makes you like her more.
In the same way,
it's like, oh,
in the same way as DX, like, I want to call myself Rebel, but I obey the word of God.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of, the hypocrisy.
Yeah, but at the minute I can't say that she's being particularly good. There was like maybe like a few months before Jamie
and everything still, but
before Jamie Hayter came along, I think she did more and I liked her more. But now that Jamie Hayter's there, but I think she also does the makeup for AEW. I think she does all the women's makeup backstage. I'm pretty sure. Because that's definitely what she got originally. That was what she was doing. That was her job.
I know she's a wrestler as well. Like,
but she was carrying that injury for ages, wasn't she? I know she's only just recently got the pot off, hasn't she?
Yeah. I think she did one of a meniscus or a cartilage or something in a knee or an ACL.
Oh yeah.
But I'd just like to see her as an in-ring performer and not as I say, the lackey for Britt Baker.
I kind of like it. I think it's
not very good in the ring though.
Yeah, that's the thing as well. Whereas like lackeys and that, like for the women especially, I think it's good because it makes it's more like the guys would have had before, and it makes it like more normalized, like especially with the other title coming in, there's all different versions of gimmicks that the women can do. I think it helps. I'd like to see more like where rather than Rebel, there's like a guy in that position. I always think it's funny when there's like the girl like beating down the guy. Like, do you remember Carmella had
James
what's that?
Ellsworth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that dick's name. Yeah, him.
Yeah.
That was great.
Great
Like,
knowledge, Callum. Where the heck did he dig that out from? I remember James Ellsworth as well. What a great stooge he was.
I didn't even say it, Callum did.
What they who they could get if they wanted to do that, there is a certain Birmingham-born wrestler who is perhaps smaller than your average, who is out of contract. So
is he left as well now?
Who?
Yeah, he got cut with the last lot of cuts.
I didn't know.
Drake Maverick / Rockstar Spud.
Yeah. Oh,
I think he'd. If you were to put KD's plan into action there, I think he'd actually work really well. Because he did it really well in Impact when he was with EC3. So if you put him with Britt Baker, I think that could actually be quite good. That'd be a very good idea. That KD, well done.
Maybe he'll go and join EC3 and Adam Scher now that they're doing a little group though.
Yeah.
Otherwise known as Brawny Strowman
and Wesley Blake.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, he's joined up with them as well.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, he was there, and another guy.
I always liked Braun Strowman. I've noticed he gets like a lot of flack online and that, like he's not very good. I think it was really good. The match he had against the Big Show, and he was doing like a nip up and that. They both were. It was just really good. It was like two athletic, normal sized people having a match together.
Yeah,
it was good.
I can't tell if Dan's frozen or if he's just really unimpressed with you. I'm gonna say frozen.
I'm gonna say frozen.
Yeah, I also think like Braun Strowman / Adam Scher is quite underappreciated, but he got a lot of flack because he was a dickhead about independent wrestlers, which he deserved all the flack for that.
What was that? He got. I don't think I saw that. Oh, he's gone, but he'll probably come back. That means though.
It was. I can't remember exactly. I don't know if that was when there was a load of cuts that happened. Maybe, but he just made a comment about like being on the indies and not making any money, and like you should work harder to get to the big leagues or something. And yeah, it was a really stupid comment. But talking of stupid comments, have you seen Mr. Anthony Ogogo's recent Twitter feud?
I have not. Tell me that in a second. I'm just going to put on the beginning of that little teaser you mentioned earlier for the people watching while we're waiting for Daniel too. Let's have a look. That's enough of that for now because Mr. Dandan's back.
Sorry, technical issues there.
Tut, Daniel.
Sorry.
Still better than Ollie's Wi-Fi.
Funnily enough, I'm at his house now. No, I'm joking.
He doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
Your nation is not very dominative.
Not very diminutive.
Diminutive? What's the word?
Dominating would be the word.
Dominative.
Just give up. Give up on English. It's obviously not your first language, Katie.
English is the first language.
It's my first language, but I still haven't quite got to grips with it. I can understand it. Saying it is the issue.
We were just about to start Have you seen Anthony Agogo's recent Twitter?
Yeah, you got to go with the Go-Go's Twitter.
Is he going back to AEW?
Well, he's still under contract with AEW.
Right.
Although for how much longer, we'll see. Because obviously recently there was the ROH final battle.
Yeah.
Which is very literal. It might be the final battle they have.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, it definitely is.
A wrestler called...
Yeah, sure for this tomorrow.
A wrestler called John Gresham
won
the original ROH world title.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a really good indie wrestler. And he beat Jay Lethal for it because Tony Khan lent Jay Lethal back.
Yeah.
And Anthony Ogogo just suddenly started going off like, oh, it's really nice that they let someone the size of John Gresham win the world title. Really cute. That and you're just having a go at him for no reason. And then obviously John Gresham is married to Jordan Grace from TNA Impact, and she'll kill a motherfucker. Like she big. Like
that's not Dewdrop, is it?
That's not Dewdrop.
No,
Dewdrop is Pipe and Niven.
Okay.
Yeah, no, this is Jordan Grace, who is built. She is otherwise known as Thick Mama Pump.
Wow.
Yeah, and so she like fired back at him, just being like, "Oh, can you start commenting on his matches when you learn how to do a hammerlock properly?" Basically. And they just had
fair point.
Like, they just had like this little back and forth. But then the former Hornswoggle also like weighed in and was like, "Yeah, John Gresham is actually a brilliant wrestler. I don't understand what your beef is with him." And Anthony Ogogo just started making all these like veiled little ironic, all these veiled jokes about his height. Just like, I've already accomplished more than you in your short life. Let's see how you measure up, blah, blah, blah. And it just struck me as like, why are you being a dick for, Anthony? Like, this isn't like feud heat. This is dickhead heat. This isn't, if this was like a subtle thing to be like, I'll try and get a fight with John Gresham to bring the ROH title to AEW, that'd be fine. But it didn't seem like that. It just seemed like really nasty and vindictive.
If they lean into it, then it'd be cool. Because, like I said, if you're going to be a dick, as long as they're, go full on with it.
Yeah, if John Gresham was firing back, then you kind of think, all right, it's probably work. Yeah. But this just seemed like a dickhead move.
But I thought it was a case of Anthony Ogogo because he was over here doing some commentary on the amateur boxing, and I thought he couldn't get back into America. Maybe. Obviously, during COVID times when we couldn't fly to America, I thought that was his main problem, that he couldn't get back in.
Maybe.
Probably was, yeah.
He is still under contract with them, though, for the minute. Right. Anyway.
Pete Dunne's still under contract, and is he back around?
Pete Dunne? Yeah, he was just in War Games.
Oh, okay, I didn't watch that.
Yeah,
Did you both watch that?
No.
I skim watched the women's one, and I skim watched all the other matches, and I watched the War Games match because it was good. It couldn't not be good, really.
The concept of War Games in general.
Yeah, and you can tell, like, Bron Breakker is going to be. He's so good. Like he's so good.
It's all I've heard about from the new NXT is just him.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That and Mandy Rose.
What?
Yeah, not as in because she's a great wrestler, just because people are happy that she'd be like. I say people are happy. They're talking about back to the Attitude Era, boobies and nakedness that we all used to find so repulsive and not enjoy at all.
Yeah,
it was so unpolitically correct that it used to make me sick.
I think
like, respect these women. Stop making them bark like a dog.
I will say,
I don't want to fair, but
I will say an underappreciated female wrestler in terms of both wrestling ability and looks in NXT is someone called Gigi Dolan.
Right.
He was in the Toxic Attraction stable, Mandy Rose's. She's very good, and she's also very pretty. I would let her step on my back.
Even if there was nothing wrong with
it. yeah.
Just what you're into.
Yes.
Just try massages and they hold the bar at the top.
Mark my words, the next big thing in AEW in terms of female wrestlers, and I've said this before on our group, Jade Cargill.
Oh, yeah, man.
They're going to do a lot with her. They've got to do a lot with her. I mean, you can't have an Amazonian kick-ass bitch like that and not do anything with her.
Show.
Yeah. She's just a phenomenal athlete. She's learning all the time as well. So she's developing.
Yeah,
she's already got the raw material, hasn't she? That canvas itself is unbelievable.
I don't know if I'd put the title, like the TBS title on her now, but I think you could still at the same time because she's still learning, like you said as well, and she's learning a lot. Like she hasn't been in it long at all. I don't think people remember like that one with Shaq like a year ago was the first match.
Yeah,
it's crazy when they said that.
Yeah,
she is for how long she's been doing it. She's very good.
Yeah,
like you say, I also don't think it's quite the right time to put a title on her. But I mean, for where she is, she's probably already better than. In my head, I kind of compare her to China.
Yeah.
And I think she's probably already better than her.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with that. Yeah.
And like, I also think if you did an intergender match, I think Jade wouldn't look out of place.
No.
However, I do think if you did put her in an intergender match, she would look out of place in terms of her ability. I think she's maybe made.
Moment.
Yeah, I think she's made better by the women that she's fighting, which sometimes doesn't get enough credit.
That's like, it's like it with a lot of them. To be fair, though, that's the one issue that AEW has is the women's in general. It's just there's not a lot of good ones in there. There's Britt Baker, there's Ruby Soho's quite good too, but I don't think she's as good as people make her out to be either.
No.
Thingy's good, Thunder Rosa.
Yeah.
Serena Deeb, as well as you mentioned.
1,001 Holes.
I don't understand Riho. But...
No, I never liked Rio.
Riho.
No, I do. Hikaru Shida, I've got a lot of time for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember actually.
Yes. I think they've completely botched Nyla Rose. And I feel like they're finding it really hard to recover her as well.
I think the bunny is terrible.
Yeah.
She's when she was Ali in TNA Impact, and she was doing like the whole story with Rosemary and everything. Like that was interesting, but she just I don't
remember any of that. So
I mean, I only watched it very sporadically, but that was very interesting for me. But
I think was a scary woman, weren't she?
She's she was the one that was with Decay, and
she looks like Abaddon.
Abaddon's a weird one.
You think that was scary though? What was really scary was if you're going to wrestle in an indie match nowadays as a wrestler, you have to be ready to get stabbed in the head by a metal spike. It's just part of wrestling now.
What?
You not heard about this?
No.
Over the last few days. You ever seen the guy on YouTube, Hannibal? The wrestling person. He also he had a lawsuit against Abdullah the Butcher at one point because he gave him AIDS.
It was
bleeding into him or something.
It was hepatitis, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And he went for a WWE tryout, and they didn't give him the contract because he had hepatitis or something. I know. Now that you mentioned that, I know what you mean. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's someone that he dresses up as, or what character he has, and he wrestles as now, and the indies. That he had a match with someone. Basically, at the end of it, he just started. There's not much else to say. He got a metal spike and started stabbing the referee's head, like gouging into him because he was supposed to do a spot where he was going to, get blood and attack the ref. There was some big match. It was with Carlito, if you remember him.
Yeah,
there was a match against him.
Carlito Caribbean Cool.
Yeah. And they had to do like a Victory Road Jeff Hardy on him,
right?
Because he was just in no condition when they got there, and then he just did that, and he couldn't get the blood. The ref couldn't get the blood, so he just got his spike and started gouging him.
Oh, Jesus.
And the ref's just got like big gouges in his head.
So is he doing time for that then?
No, because it's kind of hard to say it was or wasn't part of the script.
Right.
And wasn't what they're supposed to do, and the whole thing.
Wow.
Yeah, this is why I stick to the commentary.
Well, yeah, you might. I could imagine you being a good ref.
Yeah, you just got to take some punishment though every now and again, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
I've been like a metal spike to the head, but
yeah, this is not a. This is, I've got a lot of forehead as well. There's a lot of real estate for that to go. Like,
oh yeah, at least you wouldn't have to worry about cutting your hair if it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, you're very right. Yeah.
I'm in the process of growing mine again.
What, your pubic hair?
Not what, your beard?
Yeah.
You're doing a grand job, actually.
Yeah. KD is in the process of growing his hair. Well, he hasn't got a choice really. I didn't give him any razors down there. It's like that tied up. Originally I had him behind the back, but he was quiet for a good couple of hours, so I put him at the front. We'll see how his behaviour goes.
I've got a question for you, gents. Best and worst factions.
Or now or ever?
Oh, ever. Including now, right back to back in the day, right to the present day. Best and worst factions.
I mean, I think my favourite is always Triple H led DX.
Yeah.
Because that's when I was getting into wrestling. I didn't really see the Shawn Michaels Triple H one.
Yeah.
It was the Triple H, X-Pac, China, and the New Age Outlaws, and especially the New Age Outlaws. They were my favorite tag team for a long time.
Yeah.
I'd say that's probably, and looking like back, probably original 3 members NWO.
Yeah.
That is probably up there. Worst, God, there's quite a few that could be worse, and most of them are in AEW right now, quite frankly.
Yeah, they've got a lot of bad factions.
Yeah.
They're not as bad maybe as the Union.
It's weird. I always remember the Union. It's proper weird. But I remember them all coming out with the 2x4s to the Nation Domination song. But then, we are the Union. So I never.
For me, one of the worst ones, but ironically, I love the music of one of the wrestlers. The worst faction for me, the Brood.
Oh yeah.
But I loved Gangrel's walk-on music. Unbelievable.
Wow.
That was just the Brood, wasn't it, really, in general?
Wow.
Yeah. Just
how can you say they're bad, man? Good Lord, they were amazing.
They hung a man. They helped Undertaker hang a man.
Yeah.
Exactly. It don't get better.
They committed murder.
How can you say the Brood are bad when you had Los Boricuas and
sorry, I take that back. Yeah, they were terrible.
And original form Kaientai and
I've made
the oddities.
Oh, don't say a bad word about the oddities.
The only thing I liked about the oddities was the song.
Yeah.
ICP, they can be a little bit divisive, but that was a good one. I'm not gonna lie.
People still listen to Michael Jackson, don't they?
Yeah, fucking hell, the ICP haven't done anything like that. Juggalos are good people. Right, you look into it, Juggalos are pretty fucking upstanding people. Weird, but good people.
I think there's terrible people in all manners of, groups of people.
Exactly.
I actually think Team Taz is atrocious as well.
The presentation and them being a group and all that is, but the people in it are strangely I never get excited.
Doing anything.
I think he's still got his neck injury
Yeah,
though,
he
hasn't
did
he?
break
Which
a
is
neck,
why
to be fair.
which is why he did the battle royal, but he didn't really do anything one-on-one.
He fought Brian Cage, that was it. The man who originally hurt him. Who hasn't been around again weirdly since.
No, it was Adam Page who hurt him. Well, I say hurt him.
Oh yeah.
They took the bump wrong, didn't he? Or was it a power bomb?
They do too many things in AEW where you could get hurt. Like Ray Phoenix constantly is getting injured.
They are taking it to the edge, aren't they? And I think that's showing up in terms, if you're looking at like for like with the WWE, the matches are a lot edgier.
Yeah, definitely.
I think
it's always good.
That's it. They can afford to tone it down a little bit. They don't, because every match is going full bore.
You're getting a lot of claret as well, aren't you?
And like I can only remember one match anytime recently that went less than 5 minutes, and that was an MJF match that was like a squash. The one that really fucked me off was CM Punk against
Lee Moriarty.
Lee Moriarty, was it?
Yeah, same.
That went like
ridiculous.
15 minutes or something. I was like, why is he? And then MJF called him out on it. I was like, you can't even beat Lee Moriarty. How is he a threat to me?
And QT Marshall too. Yeah, probably even worse.
Well, saying that though, Wardlow's matches are only a couple of minutes long now, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely.
Where's he fucking have them though? I never seem to see him unless I skip past him.
Was it the other week? The other week, within 30 seconds, he delivered 4 power bombs on some young upstart.
He did that again, like recently on Dynamite. Before he did like a load of power bombs, and then his weird knee special thing he does.
I hate that.
Yeah, he stopped doing that like on the last one.
Wardlow at the moment is stealing a living, isn't he?
Is what?
Yeah.
He's stealing a living from AEW. He's getting paid for literally doing very little.
I mean,
that's the way to do it. He's not getting hurt.
Yeah.
It's smart on his part.
A lot of them are really, aren't they? There's got to be like WWE, you know, yes, they're getting rid of way too many people, but AEW got too many people. And they're surely going to have to start like letting people go. Like, there's been a few, but that's all like more like been the person wanting to go, isn't it? I think.
Yeah. There will come a point. There's only so much of daddy's money you can spend on contracts.
I'd love to know if they're making much of a profit. I think they are, from what I remember seeing.
Well, they're getting packed venues, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was something I was going to bring up briefly as well. Actually, have you been seeing how many people have been attending Raws recently?
Yeah, but the last one, though, in all fairness to them, they normally have like 5,000 people or so, like for a Raw taping, and this one had around that. It's just the building area in was like held 17,000.
Yeah,
but at the same time, it's like, why didn't you just go in a smaller arena?
But they can't afford to now because they need to make it look big time.
Of course they do. Yeah, it's a dick measuring competition now, isn't it, between them and AEW?
Yeah, that's it. And only getting like whatever it was, less than 6,000 people at Long Island, which is New York, which is a big wrestling territory. Yeah, when AEW got nearly 10, I think, or maybe over 10.
Yeah,
it's not a good sign, and it's very like I wasn't watching at the time, but obviously like listen to a lot of podcasts, and when you hear about like 1995 and how bad the business was, it strikes me that it's very similar to that at the minute for WWE, and they might
SmackDown getting
very low right now.
Weirdly, I've not seen a lot of people talk about how many people SmackDown get. Only Raw, which is very odd.
Well, to be fair, Raw is the pride, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's supposed to be, yeah. But I don't think either are doing particularly good. I think SmackDown's been beating Rampage still. Just
I mean, overall. Well, older people. Pretty much everything that WWE puts out beats AEW in terms of ratings. Like, this past Dynamite was 850,000 people watching.
Right.
But when it comes to venues, AEW are picking venues that have between like 8,000 and 10,000 capacity, and they fill them. And WWE are getting places that have got 17,000 capacity and can barely do anything with them.
Yeah,
so
fill one half.
Yeah.
So why do you think that is then? Do you think that it is a COVID reaction, or do you think it is the brand itself?
Well, why are they getting like a big one?
Well, why they're not getting the numbers?
Oh, I just think it's because it's poop.
Yeah, I think it's probably 20% COVID at very most, and 80% the products.
80% is poop. I think people really realise during like the Thunderdome and how poop it is. With AEW coming up and then seeing the other side of it too. And as you know, I wasn't hugely into AEW when it started. I gave it a chance in that. I just didn't think it was very well put together. But as that's got better and better, WWE's just got worse and worse.
You see, I feel for people like Drew McIntyre, who worked his balls off during COVID. He was on every week, delivering every single week. And this is the thanks he's getting as well. And I'm not saying hand him a title again as a reward for what he did during COVID, but still, it must be hard on him thinking, you know what? I think he only missed a couple of weeks when he got COVID, didn't he?
Yeah.
And he really did it. He was in the ring every single week, defending his title. He was a working champion. And now this is where we're at with it. So I feel sorry for people like him. And obviously Big E was working hard as well. A lot of them were working hard for that product just to see it being diluted like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think Drew McIntyre, to be fair, will be the one that will come back, that will actually like beat Roman in the end. That's the only person I see that could, realistically do that.
Yeah.
Now that he's on SmackDown, but I still think that'll be a while away.
I think that's probably going to be WrestleMania.
Yeah, I do.
Apparently, they're talking about that being Brock Lesnar again.
Oh gosh.
Because we all want to see that match. I don't know what's going to happen in that match. I've never seen it before.
Yeah.
I don't know about you.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. I'm
going to be stuck in the North Pole. I'm going to be like, elves, put something on. You know what I really want to watch? I really want to see Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. That's what I really want to see. But I want Roman Reigns to be a mafia boss. And I want Brock Lesnar to be a lumberjack. That's what I really want, though.
KD, you're smoking some really strong shit tonight, aren't you?
Yeah.
I don't know where it came from.
I can't lie. I'm enjoying Lumberbrock. Like,
so am I.
Yeah.
It's just a nice little. I think they make him talk too much because he's not good at that. Just a little quip. Just a little quip here and there. Like maximum 30 seconds of talking, and then it's like when he had the Money in the Bank briefcase and he was Boogie Brock. I fucking love that as well. Just let him just do little bits, and that's fine. Let him earn his $1 million an appearance or whatever it is.
Yeah,
he should have Sami Zayn as his new Paul Heyman. That would work great.
Yeah, I think they've had really good chemistry.
Yeah.
Because Sami Zayn is very good on the mic.
He's amazing, isn't he?
Yeah.
I remember all the time before he used to be that nice person. Apparently, just used to annoy people in the backstage by being exactly what he's like now. Obviously not as crazy. You hope not as crazy.
Yeah.
And then the moment like you saw him do that like on camera, it was like a switch flicked, and straight away you could just see it. You was like, oh, this is just perfect.
Yeah,
I really liked it.
It seems as though WWE are giving Becky Lynch a lot more time on the mic, because I remember a few years ago, obviously pre her going on maternity leave, they were saying that they weren't going to give her a lot of time on the mic because her accent was very strong and it wasn't very clear. But now I think she's improved a lot on the mic.
It's the one thing that Nia Jax did that helped someone was punching her in the face, because Becky Lynch just went to a whole nother level. When she became the man, she could do what the hell she wanted. She still can.
Yeah. Like I said, that's one of those weird, like, when you look back and you think, like, oh, what if something didn't happen? Like, if Nia Jax didn't accidentally smash Becky's face in, would she be where she is? Yeah, probably not. And
do neither of you think you could actually do something in the wrestling world with the real life relationship between her and Seth Rollins?
I think
do something as in, could I break them up and steal her for myself? I hope so. Some kind of gift.
I just don't know where they're going with Seth Rollins. I mean, apart from the fact that he's wearing the wackiest clothes every single week, it's just like, what's going on?
I love him now.
I think it'd work better now that they're both heels and when they were both faces, because it was a bit cringy. But like this one, well, yesterday on Raw, Becky Lynch said, right, that's it. I'm taking my title and I'm taking my sexy husband and I'm going home. And I think they could say if Seth Rollins wins the championship at this day one thing, I think they could do like for some reason I wanted to say Macho Man and Sensational Sherry, but I think that's too overboard for what it needs to be. Yeah. But I think they could definitely do something where it would work, I think, as them both being heels. I think it'd work a lot better. But I just don't know who, because like, I don't know, Biggie and Liv don't really go together as like a partnership.
Yeah.
No.
But maybe Biggie and Bianca. Like that's
Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, but Bobby Lashley and Bianca are definitely like, you could see them being like a fucking dominant.
But isn't Bianca with, who was it out of the Street Profits? Which one of the Street Profits?
Yeah, Montez. She's married to Montez Ford. Yeah. But I'm not saying like a relationship angle. I'm just saying like it would be those two, like Bobby Lashley and Bianca Belair. Like those could be the two that'd be like, I want to see those two take on Seth and Becky. Yeah, and just.
So it's more like a Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans rather than a Ric Flair and Lacey Evans. There's no fornication needed to be involved.
Ideally,
you don't have to make a baby.
Has Lacey Evans had her baby yet?
Ask Flair? I don't know.
Yeah,
she's on maternity leave, isn't she?
Yeah, she must have done now.
Right.
Surely she must have done, because didn't they? I feel like they still had a crowd when she went off, didn't they?
Pre-COVID, then?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I thought it was last year. I thought she had done SmackDown a bit. I'm sure it was during COVID times that she announced
it. Might have been.
Maybe.
To say you can't really complain if she doesn't want to say. It's kind of a woman's right.
Oh my goodness! Wow. You've got to know your finishers to appreciate that one, don't you?
Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, God.
The only thing that sucks more than that joke is that delightful vacuum by Shark. Oh, Shark. What a vacuum.
Bit of product placement there, Callum.
There we go. If you can just snip that out, I'll put that on my Instagram, see if we can get a sponsorship deal.
We need a terrible pun by Daniel now to close up this trio of fantastic.
Terrible pun.
Oh, dear.
Okay. Carry on for a few more minutes and then I'll come up with one, I'm sure.
Oh, God.
Okay.
To go back to the point, KD, that you made way back when, Hook made his debut. And do you know what? I was really impressed.
Yeah, man.
Like, I wasn't expecting to be that good. Again, I think it might be who they put him in the ring with, because Fuego del Sol is very flippy and very limber.
Yeah, but he's also not very good.
That's says you, mate. Who do you ever beat?
I'm not saying I could beat them, but I can watch.
How many fucking tickets you drawn? Huh? How many houses you filled? You can barely fill your own house.
I don't know how many Fuego del Sol has filled. Let's be honest.
No, okay, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough on that one. But no, he was
kind of fucking bargain basement Power Ranger.
I generally wasn't expecting Hook to be as good as he was. I was like, wow, this is actually like implementing a lot of like the judo throws and stuff.
Yeah.
Very, very impressed.
The look was cool in general. Like
his hair annoys me.
I like how this thing. He's all that and a bag of chips or something.
Yeah.
Where is this going to go with Dante Martin and Team Taz now? Then
probably nowhere.
Because he's broken the contract and everything.
Yeah, signed a contract just to go back on it like a week later.
Yeah, I just thought that was really weird. I think what was the point?
Yeah,
and what would have been in that contract as well? Like, what would have been the legal parameters of the contract?
You're not allowed to leave Team Taz unless we get your weight in Cadbury's. But yeah,
maybe
I thought
legally has to go to like a club meeting at their treehouse like every week or something.
Yeah. But I thought it was all leading up to like, so he turns on Leo because he thinks he can't get anywhere with him. So he goes to Team Taz, and then a few weeks or a month or two down the line, Leo brings his brother back.
Yeah, because he's on the shelf at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah, and that'd be where it changed. But yeah, like you say, now he's just seems to have. It's that weird. It's a bit like when Daniel Bryan joined the Wyatt family, except nobody really gives a fuck about Dante Martin. So, yeah, that was just.
I quite like Dante Martin. He's one of the people, like, you look at him and it's like, I really don't understand how he does the stuff that he does. It's very
Callum's phrase as well. He is very flippy, isn't he, as well?
He really is.
I like that, Colin. I'm going to use that again.
Yeah.
Flippy.
You got it. But yeah, he is a lot like Matt Sydal. Yeah. Like when he used to be Evan Bourne and stuff. He's amazing. Like the stuff he can do is insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's just got no personality. So he needs somebody there with him.
He needed a Leo Rush, didn't he? So what was the point in not having a Leo Rush to go to Taz and then just come back within a week or just be in limbo?
Do you know what one of my favourite things about that pairing of Dante Martin and Leo Rush is that when they come out, they're on the top of the stage together and Dante Martin kneels down and does his thing while Leo Rush stands behind him. He's still taller than him at that point. Love it every time.
I do feel like Leo Rush is probably one of those people who has like too high an opinion of himself just from everything that.
You think so?
Yeah, just from like everything he's done and everything you hear, you just feel like, yeah, right, you're quite good, but you're sniffing your own farts here, mate. Like, calm down.
Which we all do. Let's just be completely honest there.
Yeah, but like,
in
like the comedy world, I'd like to think I'm pretty humble as fuck. If anything, I'm really too humble. I'm like, I think most of my gigs that I've ever done, I've been rubbish at. Whereas I feel like Leo Rush is really just like, I actually deserve to be getting paid more. I deserve to be in a better spot. I deserve titles. Whereas I'm just like, oh no, this open mic. Oh, it's too good for me. Oh no, sir. I'm humbled by your request for these 3 audience members. No.
Leo Rush is just the epitome of little man syndrome.
Maybe.
Well, he is talented, as you were saying, though. He is good. He's great in ring. He's great on the stick again. So, yeah, I guess with those skills comes a confidence that might be a little overbearing.
But at least he's not Austin Aries, because Austin Aries is a dick.
That's a bit different. That's not.
Yeah.
That's a whole different level. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is annoying in the same way that, like, because Austin Aries, I really like Austin Aries as a wrestler. At one point in like when we're at like 2011, 2012. He was probably my favorite wrestler. He was brilliant in TNA. But yeah, then he turns out to be a massive dickhead. In the same way, like I still really like AJ Styles, but AJ Styles is a dickhead, and I've had it. I had it very much verified in real life.
I don't think the Earth is flat. I just think they have some good points.
Yeah.
And how did you have it in real life? Did he slap you in the face or something?
No. I kind of.
Did you get his classes to kick you across the room?
I wish he had slapped me in the face instead of what happened. It probably would have been better. So this was when.
I really want to know.
I think this was when he just left.
Show
TNA.
us on the doll. Show us on the doll where he touched you.
I think this is when it either just left TNA or we're leaving TNA. I can't remember quite which. It was definitely just before New Japan. But this was at a British indie show, and my mate was with me, and he had a photo taken with him. But for that photo, and literally every photo he had taken, it just looked so fucking sour. Just every picture is just like that. Whereas there's like also like, yeah, basically. And but there was like Chris Masters there, who's a fucking lovely guy, and he was just like, "You want something to sign? I'll sign something for you. Yeah, how do you want to pose? I'll do anything you want to do." Yeah, like, what a lovely bloke. And then later on in the night, in the main event, AJ Styles was wrestling a wrestler called Lionheart, and that was where AJ Styles, that was where Lionheart got his neck broke in the Styles clash.
Oh, right.
And like, I saw that happen. I was there, and that was like the worst thing I've ever seen. And it was a few weeks after is when AJ Styles did the Talk Is Jericho podcast. And just like, yeah, it was his fault. And it's just like, what a fucking dickhead. And he just showed no remorse at all. Absolutely no remorse.
It's like, it probably was his fault, yeah, but still.
It is, because he tucked his head forward, and he shouldn't have done. But at the same time, you're like, look, it is kind of his fault, but like, I just feel really bad. And so, I've done that. And I guess they must have made up somehow, because when Lionheart came back, they did another match. So they did obviously make up. But yeah, that was just when I just...
Did he take the Stars clash again?
I think he probably did.
Oh, wow.
But I think that's one of them where you're just like, I'm going to fucking prove I can do it. So fuck you. Yeah, that was when I just decided in my head, like, nah, you're a dickhead, mate. You're a dickhead. I like, as a wrestler, you're brilliant, but as a person, you're an absolute arse.
Who are the known dickheads on the circuit? Not the comedy circuit. I mean, the wrestling circuit.
I would say,
to which you two say, I want your list first, Daniel.
KD Hinken.
Yeah, I think like
the dicks on the wrestling scene.
I think Austin Aries is like the biggest known knobhead.
Yeah, that's mainly because of what he did at the Impact show and that in it, and the vegan.
Well, I think there's lots of stories about him being a dickhead.
Yeah, pretty much any interaction where he talks to another person. That's the story of him being a dickhead.
New Jack, when he was alive,
waking up in the morning is the story of him being a dickhead.
Yeah, New Jack when he was alive just seemed to be an absolute arsehole. Like I just can't. I don't.
Even New Jack when he's dead.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mean to speak ill of the dead, but he ain't up there. There's no fucking way he's up there with what he did in life. He was not a good man.
It's only safe to insult him now that he's dead. Like, that's the only reason.
Oh no, he still might come get me. I'm still free.
Yeah, true.
I'm expected to wake up, see his ghost at the end of my bed with a fucking ice pick.
I could definitely imagine Satan being a fan.
Oh yeah. Oh, that'd be such a fucking good gimmick. Satan's favorite wrestler. That would be. Yeah, like you could do that for like Abaddon. You could do it for Malachi Black. I would buy a T-shirt that said Satan's favorite wrestler on it. I'm not gonna lie. I think that'd be a fucking good marketing gimmick, personally.
And whoever it is could go against Miro as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
Oh, marking the whole thing around
fuck it. We'll book the goddamn territory.
Around the apocalypse. We create the new 4 horsemen and everything.
Yeah.
The new 4 horsemen.
There we go. Pestilence, with the other ones and that stuff.
Oh,
Did
still
you
waiting
see
on this pun, Dan. Still waiting on this pun.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. I was just enjoying the chat. I thought, all right, come on, I'll think of one. Let me see. All right. Does it have to be? Does it have to be something to do with a finisher?
However, whatever you want it to be, any pun. As soon as you do
finisher.
that pun, we go off the air.
Foreplay.
Oh, I'm enjoying this so much. Can I wait till 12 then?
No, someone's got work tomorrow.
Well, I've got work tomorrow as well.
What you do isn't work.
What do you mean? I've got work. I've got meetings tomorrow.
I've noticed it's by Callum. Callum has more work than everyone else. It's just how it is.
It's absolutely not just like I get really tired really early because I'm really old. I mean, I'm wearing a cardigan.
You're old. I'm about 750 years old now.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but you only work one day a year, so you've got no fucking excuse.
I do only work one day.
Wow, he's
only
definitely
8 one day.
hasn't he?
Yeah.
This is what people always say to me, like, what do you do like for the rest of the year? It's like this is what I do. Just, building up a name for myself, as KD Claus the comedian, not just KD Claus the servant to all the children in the world.
Dan, do you think
all people get in trouble for emptying their sacks in kids' bedrooms, so not me.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Dan, he was one who got in trouble for it.
Yeah.
That's why I don't mention the first 30 years of his life. The Bible was full of smut.
Dan, do you think KD Claus could make an opinion? For fuck's sake.
Take 2.
Dan, do you think KD Claus could make an appearance at Sheffield at any point?
I think he could. He could do make an appearance at the Yellow Art Studios. Ironically, and funnily enough, it's this Thursday.
Wow.
Wow. Who'd have thought it? What a great link. Thank you, Callum.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Yellow Art Studios has had such luminaries as the Arctic Monkeys, Pulp,
Sister
Sledge, and Callum Jarvis-Jones.
Yes. Yes. That hero of heroes.
Also on Thursday as well, we will have someone else that will be joining both of us on the quiz tomorrow, Nathan Parrish too. I know he's there on Thursday.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just putting out there, KD Claus. When I did the Yellow Arch, I fucking smashed it to bits. So that's your bar right there.
That's the barometer.
I don't just set the bar. I am the bar.
And he's comparing his big bar again.
Sorry, that then. How far back can I get for actual size?
I'll be more than happy to do Yellow Arch at any time.
Talking of bars, that was one of the worst factions as well. It wasn't a faction; it was a tag team, wasn't it? The bar.
No, I loved
worst ones. Yeah, they were good.
I loved it.
It wasn't a faction though, was it? It was a tag team.
It was a tag team, and they were brilliant. I won't have you disparage the bar. How dare you?
It's great.
There's only so much of beating of the chest you can take from Sheamus, isn't there?
Sheamus is one of those people that I can't help but want to watch. Like once he starts, once he gets going, I'm not excited when he's coming to the ring or any of that. But once he starts, he's really good, and he's really just looks like he's just hurting you.
Yeah,
he's the palest man in wrestling, though, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
He is the palest man in wrestling.
Oh yeah.
He is massively reflective.
Imagine if
talking of that, I don't know if you saw it a couple of weeks ago. There was a sign in the on AEW on Dynamite saying how pale Bryan Danielson was, and you notice last week he's all of a sudden he's been on the sunbed, hasn't he? Did you see how brown he was?
No. He's in good shape though. He is now, man, compared to where he used to be.
Oh yeah. I mean, what I was also going to say about Sheamus, I think I'd like to see Sheamus in like New Japan, because I think his style would work really well in New Japan. Like just that, because he does, like he fucking hits you. You can tell he hits you, and he's stiff, but he just doesn't. There is something about him when he wrestles in WWE that is just like, I can only watch him for so long and I get a bit bored. But he's really good. I can listen to him talk forever. I think he's really good mic. Yeah.
And don't forget, isn't he a 3 or 4 time WWE champion?
Yeah. That I think and this is something I do want him to win because I like him. I think the only title they said he's not won, other than the Universal one, is the Intercontinental title.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's been a recent US champion, hasn't he?
Yeah, so I hope at some point he can win that. And then be like, right, I'm done. I'm going to Japan. I'm going to go kick Okada's head off. Yes.
Yeah.
Can hit each other.
I think he's one of the people that WWE would try and keep. If they're actually not planning to sell anyway, then I reckon they'd try and keep him. Sammy Cesaro, I don't think they'd want AEW to get their hands on him more than anything.
Then maybe they should treat Cesaro a bit better.
Exactly, I said, because they had a chance with him, and he was never going to beat Roman Reigns for the title, but they propelled him, and I thought, yeah, that's great. They could have kept him at the level, even though he lost to Roman Reigns, but now he's just gone back to oblivion, hasn't he?
Yeah. Despite the fact that he got there because the crowd was so fucking behind him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was at the wrong time, though, like, to do it, even though it should have been done before, and you won it anyway. But Roman Reigns is just on another level anyway now.
Yeah, Cesaro's been a really good servant to WWE, and I think it was his time. And you could, as I said, you could have kept him on that level, but again, he lost to Roman Reigns, and then that was it, really.
Yeah,
you haven't done anything with him since, and he's just been on the periphery again.
Yeah.
That's sad, really, for someone so talented. Again, arguably, pound for pound, the strongest man or strongest wrestler around.
Yeah.
I mean, last thing before we go then, because I just realised we've gone over a bit then.
Okay.
How are you feeling about the whole MJF and CM Punk rivalry? How it's gone, how it's gonna go.
Pedestal.
The match too.
Pedestal. I think the match probably won't be that good, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, I think it'll be a very middling match.
Mid.
Yeah, because neither of them are. I wouldn't have said either of them are the most athletic, are they? So
MJF did really well in his last match. Like, he really made me like take notice of how, because I used to feel like he wasn't a good athlete, and then I saw him in that match against Darby, and it's like, oh, okay. That was his whole point. Like,
I think he got helped a lot by Darby there, though. In the same way that the CM Punk Darby match is very good.
I think MJF's got a better mind though than Darby, but
no, I don't think it'll be a great match. It'll be an all right match. It'll be very watchable, but it's not going to be like it's not going to be anything world beating.
I've just got a feeling though that it won't be a great match, and it might just make you go to sleep.
He got there in the end, didn't he?
You got it in. You got it in.
Hell, waited all that time for that.
It was well worth the wait, gentlemen. But it's a great rivalry. I don't think it'll be a great match, unless they make it into a technical match, which will be for the purists. But I don't know.
As the match has been confirmed, hasn't it?
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
Not for Winter is Coming, is it? It's not going to be on Winter is Coming.
No, that's the that'll be MJF versus Dante Martin for the ring.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, in the final.
Yeah.
But I hope it's not one of those like the MJF Derby was, where it's just like one and done. I don't want it to be that. I want this to go on for quite a while. Or even if it's just like have the match, whoever wins wins, and I'd probably have MJF win, but then you kind of have it still in the background almost, where they'll still like take little jabs at each other, you know, in promos, because I think there's a lot more mileage in it than just one, 3-month storyline or whatever.
Yeah. I've got one very last quick question before we go. What is the one finisher that you would not want to be on the receiving end of?
The jackknife powerbomb.
Oh, that's a good shout.
Yeah, that is a good one. Yeah. Or the one that you wouldn't want to, and the one that you think, well, you know what, I think I'd be all right with that one.
I mean, there's a few that I wouldn't want because I did want to be a wrestler at one point, but then I realised I really didn't like the idea of letting someone else drop me on my head over and over.
When you could do it yourself, you mean?
Well, I mean, I can do it myself too. That's the one great thing about comedy. It's like great thing about comedy is it's like the gimmicks and the promos without the, as previously mentioned, being dropped on the head portion of it. Although sometimes you still have to get in some ruckuses, don't you? You know, someone gets a bit angry at a joke, want to rush the stage. Someone gets a bit angry because I don't know, you threw nuts at them or other food, for example.
Oh, Dan, maybe keep an eye on him on Thursday. Yeah.
I think the one I wouldn't want to do is the GTS. I think that looks brutal when hit right. Really? I mean, gosh, it looks, yeah.
I think you could, like, if it fucked up, it could definitely do some damage.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
I think the one I'd probably want to take would probably be choke slam, like the Big Show choke slam,
because you want to take.
Yeah, like it looks quite devastating, but from what everyone's always said, it's been like, oh, it's so nice. It's such a lovely bump.
I thought you were going to say you would love to take Charlotte Flair's figure 8 leg lock just for the angle that you could see Charlotte Flair at.
Oh, disgusting.
She doesn't really float my proverbial boat anyway, or my proverbial sleigh, I guess would be the better way to put it. She doesn't fly my sleigh.
I said that she does look like Cher.
I saw the naked picture of her and she was too muscular.
Oh yeah, I know the ones that you're on about now. I had a brief moment like they were naked, and then I remembered like, oh yeah, there are.
Yeah, some people are into it. That's fine. I was more into Paige. That was more my wavelength, my flow.
Paige now is just like, wow, just step on me, mummy. Just like, genuinely like
who?
Paige.
Oh yeah.
Like, if you see her now, it's just like, you are my lovely goth. Just,
I mean, they made a film about her.
No.
Many, if you can do pornos too.
No.
She made a film about herself.
No.
On One Night in Paige.
No.
I can't believe you don't like that. You don't like Charlotte Flair. She's not flicking the switch.
Yeah, she could pop up with Paige in one of the videos, and I'd be like, "Oh, Charlotte, get out the way! Get out the way!
Move, Charlotte! Get out the way! Get out the way, Charlotte! Get out the way!"
Yeah. That's, and I'd expect her to listen. I'd want her to listen more. Like, I wouldn't expect her to listen because she doesn't have a good attitude apparently, and I can't imagine it translates very well into the bedroom either.
Again, I don't think anyone would mind taking the bank statement from Sasha Banks.
No, I'd rather take the Meteora. I'd take that all day.
But put a load of Vaseline on your shoulders.
Oh yeah, by the end of it, I'll look like Cody.
Just slip.
By the end of it, I look like Cody Rhodes before he goes through a flaming table.
And on that note,
yes.
And on that note,
that was silly. That was.
KD Claus, have you got anything to plug?
You know what? Funny enough, I do. Yeah. Tomorrow will be the I haven't got the picture up. Actually, come back. You do your pluggies first.
You do your pluggies first.
Yeah, you plug it up first.
A little while ago, someone called Sandra Webb just put VOT, FYI. I don't know what that means, but
VOT,
FYI.
Video on tits.
Are you sure that's not a wrestling finisher?
Yeah, she's going to hit us with the VOT.
Not the VAT.
No, not the VAT. The VOT.
Viagra or torture.
What am I doing? What am I doing?
Viagra oral torture. That's it.
What?
Viagra oral torture. Makes your mouth hard.
Or maybe it's Vega or Tamina asking our favourite.
That's true. Who's Mina?
One of those two female wrestlers.
Who's Mina? Zelina. Zelina, we know not
Zelina Vega.
Zelina
Vega or Tamina.
Oh, Vega or Tamina. Okay, now we've figured out that important thing.
Yeah, right. Let's get the fucking plugs out of the way and let me go to bed. Yeah. So I'm done with gigs until after Christmas now because I need a break. I've been tearing up the comedy scene. I've been seeing audiences as big as 5 or 6 people recently. It's been big. It's been big. But
big.
On the 28th of December, I am appearing at Rebound Social in Leeds for a gig. And on the 30th of December, I'm in Sheffield at the famed Indigo Bar. And hopefully it will go a lot better than last time I was there. Because last time scared me. And I believe also in the new year, I will be appearing somewhere else in Sheffield. However, things are yet to be decided, but I'm going to be there. I'm going to be about it.
I'm going to be there, or I'm going to be square.
Exactly.
Was that aimed at me, Callum?
Maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I just if you have sent me a date for that particular gig, I've not remembered it.
Right, okay. I'm going to announce it live now then, right?
Oh.
So hold on. We need to prepare for this. Hold on.
Fuck's sake.
I thought my
Hold on. Still preparing. Hold on. Okay.
Is it me or you?
You can do it now. I'm prepared now, my man. I just needed that time to prepare. I really needed to prepare for it.
Okay. Well, we have to hurry up because Callum wants to at least get an hour's sleep tonight. So it's like So tomorrow I am appearing on KD's Christmas show, which is going to be which will obviously have some dogs in it as well. So I'm looking forward to that. And I think that's an 8 o'clock kickoff, if I'm not right, gentlemen.
It is indeed 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock kickoff. So yeah, looking forward to that. Then on Thursday, the 16th, it's our Christmas Yellow Arch special at the famously iconic Yellow Arch Studios on Burton Street in Sheffield. 8 o'clock kickoff. There are still some seats available, but we're expecting a nice bumper crowd for that. And then the seamless link that Callum gave me, the nice sideways pass for me to run in for the try, is for the brand new night in South Sheffield at Hagler's Corner, where Callum will be appearing on February the 2nd, which I believe is a Wednesday. So get that in your diaries. And KD, we will be getting you up here in sunny Sheffield.
As he was saying that, then he cut off. So I think he was saying, KD, we're going to get you up to Sheffield. But as you said, it cut off.
And so we're going to get you up to Sheffield. We've got a couple of nights that we're going to get you involved in, but I just need to finalize some dates. But those are the ones that Thursday, the new night at Hagler's. We're obviously going to have mill owners every first Monday of the month. We're obviously going to have Yellow Arch every third Thursday of the month. And we're looking at Hagler's moving forward from February every second Wednesday of the month. Thank you. Good night.
Okay, well, in that case, my stuff as well. I've been trying to find one particular picture this whole time, and I just can't find it. I might have deleted it by accident.
It's on the picture of Charlotte Flair naked.
It's not a picture of Charlotte Flair naked. I mean, I could try and find that if you want.
No, I don't think that's why.
It might get us kicked off, but at the same time, I mean, it might get us just some great views at the same time.
That's highly doubtful.
You don't know. I mean, you can't say what people are into, and I'm definitely not just wasting time while I go onto my page, KD Comedy Inc., which is one thing I will plug straight away, which is the one-stop shop to find all the things that's going on in. What the fuck is it? No. One-stop shop for all things that is going on in KD comedy. In the KD comedy world. There you go. That thing right there. It's on Spotify. It's on YouTube. It's on Facebook. Just like, subscribe, follow, do whatever you need to do. As Daniel said, tomorrow there will be the KD's Christmas quiz off, another Christmas special with yourself, Daniel.
Is that what you were looking for?
No, that wasn't even what I was looking for. Annoyingly, no. The king of the quiz off, Mr. Callum Jarvis-Jones, had the title for fucking ages.
Yeah.
Nathan Parrish, from Post-Apocalyptic Metal Treehouse, and the man behind the Midlands Comedy Awards. You know, me being a 2021 Midland Comedy Award finalist, I thought to bring the man behind it on. You know, because was nominated for an award, Callum.
I hope you've prepared him to
From Jay Sharif.
That I'm going to be badgering him. Be like, so why wasn't I nominated when I was clearly a better host? When I made the quiz off what it deserved to be, I put some flair and panache into it. Instead of this fucking dickhead here, fucking, I can't work out this camera.
It has nothing to do with the geographical location of where he lives, not being in the Midlands.
Just saying, I would have liked KD Hinken / Callum Jarvis-Jones. That's because
we don't make you happy, Callum. Anyway, being in West Yorkshire and just seeing what the result is tonight as well. Man City have beaten Leeds United 7-0.
As someone from Bradford, that does make me happy.
As a feminist from England, I enjoyed watching the England women's team. I didn't watch it, let's be honest. I saw it on the news. The women's England team winning 20-0.
Yeah.
In one of their matches. I mean, that's just amazing. 20-0.
It kind of makes a big point that, like, should they be playing a team of such quality that they can put 20 past them?
Well, that's true, yeah.
But when you're talking about quality, the only thing to really talk about is the newest episode of the Babyface and the Goth, which is out right now.
Nice.
On YouTube, Spotify, and KD Comedy Inc. podcasts. It's not on Joke Pit, but that's there anyway. It's number 3, a Chinese magic trick, where we talk about different things. We have 2 rounds of who would win in a fight between Raiden and Thor and Michael Myers and Slender Man. And we also talk about China's amazing magic trick that they did recently when they made a tennis star disappear.
Oh, God.
Mm-hmm. And an episode of Kill Them Comedy with Nathan Parrish will be coming out. I was trying to get a picture for the last one, the Villisca Axe murders. That's what I couldn't find.
Did you say Nathan Parrish will be coming out?
That could be a great new episode. that would be good.
Right.
I mean, if he comes out and murders someone, we can put it on anyway. Or if there's a conspiracy behind it, like we can start a conspiracy that he's coming out the closet and leading the Illuminati. Which he might be anyway. I could see it from him.
Yeah, he's got the facial hair for it.
Mm-hmm. But last thing, did I tell you last week, Callum, that I made a mistake on the quiz?
No.
Oh, I made a mistake on the quiz.
Oh, is that what that thing was about?
The bit at the end.
The hooked on a feeling, not more than feeling.
Yeah, I made a mistake.
Oh well, I still won, so it doesn't matter.
It takes a man to admit that.
Exactly. Do you know what? Big up you for owning that mistake.
Yeah.
Well done. That's the one redeeming feature you've ever shown me.
Been alive for about 750 years, man. You learn a lot during this time, handing out presents, taking them back from people, getting to the top level of, becoming the new Santa in line. And the good thing is as well, in the North Pole, slavery was never abolished. So luckily, the the I'm about to call it Oompa Loompas then, but the owls. The owls are just, chill all the time. You pump them full of
Santa and his Oompa Loompas.
amphetamines as well, to keep them chill. And they're just there all year long, just making toys, And I'm just there cracking the whip. Literally cracking the whip,
Yeah. Yeah. You put crack in the whip. Yeah.
Oh,
they're not naturally that small when they're born. It's just I make them carry giant bags of heavy materials all the time, like on a backpack and on their neck, and it just squashes them down.
Yeah, you do it like with the Chinese women when they're forced to have tiny feet.
Or
like where they make square watermelons.
Exactly.
You just force them to grow specific size. Yeah.
Just like that.
Yeah.
God knows what's going on with the ears, though. I think that's just a defect from all the incest.
Yeah.
There's a lot of incest that goes on. It's like a fuck fest in there, trust me.
Yeah.
My God.
There's a stop button at any point, KD Claus. There's a stop button. You can just stop this happening. Just
probably should know. I'm having too much fun just talking. You can see why I'm planning to do this live.
If there's anybody still listening,
when it's not
or watching,
there's still 6 people listening.
Why? What's wrong with you?
Because they're loving the entertainment.
I think it's exceptionally entertaining, personally.
This bottomed out after 10 minutes.
They're learning about what really goes on with Santa, because most people just assume, they don't think about him for most of the year. They don't think about what he does, and people are going to meet him throughout the year and learn about what he does.
Definitely putting KD Claus on a list. That's definitely fucking happening.
Oh, I mean, every Santa's already on a list. The main part of your job is having children on your lap. You watched anyway.
Just
they keep an eye on you just to be safe,
It's like, I think it's down at the bottom.
The only reason Rudolph's there is so he can shine a light on you all the time and they can see what's going on.
I don't have a specific one for KD Claus, so I'll just reuse this one. FYI, Stu still has Lego hair. Stu still has Lego hair.
Stu has Lego hair.
I've just got a feeling that KD's version of Santa Claus going to people's houses is about as welcome as Michael Vaughan at an Asian wedding.
And on that
note, it's like a racist Grinch or something.
On that note,
this is where we're going like that.
Oh, don't start doing that again, man. You're giving PTSD.
Oh God.
All right, then, let's end this now.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
I apologize.
Ho, ho, ho's.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
See you tomorrow.
Abercrombie.